Hi Tubies, here's Alexandra again, and today I welcome you to another painting tutorial. Today we will have a look at a Plaguebearer. I hope I pronounced it right. Plague. And yeah, this is a painting tutorial and also an experiment, because today I will be experimenting with primers. I will use this two here from Army Painter. This is here human flesh and leather brown. And what I will do now is I will start with the leather brown and prime the miniature from about this angle here, that all the under parts of the miniature are covered. And after that I take the human flesh and then I spray from above one or two fine sprays, and then it's pre-shaded like you would have used an airbrush. So we have shadow areas with the brown, and the skin tone is already the well, highlight color. And I'll be back when I have done this. Be right back. So tubies, that's how it looks after the priming process. As you can see from underneath, there we have the brown areas, the dark ones, and on top now the skin color, the brighter one. And to go on, we will now mix two colors. First we take heavy skin tone from Vallejo Extra Opaque, and we will mix into that from Vallejo Model Color the olive green. So there we have a drop of the skin color. Now we'll make that a little greenish. We'll mix in some water, a little bit more. We need more green. Okay. Yeah, that's looking good. That is looking good. So, and with that color, we will now start to apply that on the skin areas here. And we will apply that mainly on the top parts. This is nothing you should be afraid of to paint over now the brown and skin areas. That was just a first step, or priming step. So you don't need to be 100% exact with that here. Just let the brush flow and let the brush decide where the color should be. Just paint in flowing strokes with a bigger brush, and then everything is good. Now here and there skin color is still looking through here and there, but that's totally okay. In the end we want a real nice, ugly and messy job here, because, well, let's face it, this is a Plaguebearer, and he's supposed to be looking ugly and greenish and and sick generally. So we are almost done with it. Okay. As you can see, there are still spots with a skin color showing through, but like I said before, that's totally okay. And now we will take Ceramide White, or any other white you can grab, and we will now start to highlight this color here. Yeah, that's a good tone. And then we'll apply that here to the color, to the skin, and highlight several areas. Not overdo this. Leave something from the old color behind, so we get nice transitions here and there. So you might remember me painting the Mantic zombie, and I told you that was a level 2 zombie. Well, you could totally apply this technique here to a zombie and say this is then a level 3 or level 4 zombie. Totally rotting flesh and degraded, ugly and sick looking. Like before, make nice strokes with your brush and let the brush itself decide where the main parts of the color should be applied. So, okay, and now we will take another drop of the white and highlight even more, and also a little bit more for the green. Yeah, that's nice. A little bit more water in it. And as you can see, it's taking shape here and there. And this way we can pull out the whole ugliness of this miniature. This is supposed to be a relatively quick paint job, so this is not a display or even a quality for a contest. But if you want to paint real ugly and dirty, Nurgle-y things, then this is absolutely the way to go. Okay. Remember to always clean your brush properly. Don't leave any paint rests on the bristles. And now it's time to give this miniature a wash. And I'll be back when I've found the right color. Okay, tubies, there I'm back. and I have found the right wash. We will use now purple wash. You know, this is the old one, Leviathan purple, but you can do this also with a new purple wash from GW or the one from Vallejo. Doesn't matter. So we will take a little bit of this wash on the palette, like that, and then we will add some water. 2 drops should be enough. Yeah, that's looking good. And with that, we give now the whole miniature a wash with that. You might think, oh, purple, is that the right color? It's supposed to be on green. And yes, I have looked up dead flesh and zombie flesh, and well, guess what? There are a lot of purples and blues and reds in there. So if you want it real disgusting and ugly, then that's the way to go. It's like if you have hidden yourself somewhere, then the body will produce first an hematome. It's reddish, and then when some body processes starts, it will turn blue and purple and greenish and all that kind of ugly and nasty colors. And that's basically what we try to emulate here on this Plaguebearer. You see, in the end, he will still look greenish, but with a purpley shade in it, and that's what we want. So this needs to dry now, and I'll be back when he's dry. And there I'm back again. As you can see, this is how the skin looks now. And now it's time to work on all the wounds. And for that, we use now firstly Xero's purple. Yes, purple and not red. And you will see in the end why that is. So we take a little bit of that on the palette. But you could also use any other purple you can grab. Also that from Vallejo or Reaper or whatever. So from now on, all the colors that I'm showing, you don't have to use exactly the same. What I'm using are just suggestions, but you could also experiment on your own. So first, we will paint now all the wounds and intestines in this purple tone. This is quickly done. You don't have to be exact, you can paint a little bit over the edges, doesn't matter. Because in the end it gets messed up anyways, and the more messy the paint job, the more messy it looks, and that's exactly what we are looking at. So there, one at his head. Now here's a big one. And also the whole painting technique you could also apply to any Nurgling or Demon Prince of Nurgle or Great Unclean One. It's absolutely the same. So I guess all the wounds are now painted. Oh no, there's one left. Okay. And now we will mix white into the purple, make it a real nice pink. Or if you have it, you can just take a pink. that you have. And with that, we will simply quickly highlight the purple stuff, but also leave a little bit of the purple behind. Quite easy. Just here a little bit dip and dab. Dipping and dabbing. Okay, there we go. And what I will use now is from the Freak paints, water-based acrylic transparent paint, Marron tint. Give it a good shake. A little bit on the palette. And with that, we will go now over the intestines. And voila, we got a really, really nice, disgusting wound there. Also, you could go a little bit crazy with that over the edges. Doesn't matter. Also here in the mouth. Yeah, that's exactly what I was aiming for. And I'm back in a second. So, now that the Freak Flags red is dry, we go over it with a little bit of a black wash. In this case here, non oil. And making the recesses darker. Don't overdo it, let red show through. So, okay, this stage is done. And now we will paint the eye. Again, we take white. And ta-da, you see? It's painted. And then we take a good black for the pupil. Like that. And then we should use a red wash, but I think I don't have a red wash here, so I will make my own quickly. I use a little bit of Mephiston red for that, and then a drop of, where have it? Where is it? Be right back when I've found it. Okay, there I'm back. We take Lamia Medium to water down the red and make a wash out of it. Ta-da! And with it, we hit the corners of the eye. Give it a nice, disgusting look. And now we will go for the horn, and we will start with a brown tone. This time we take Rhine Oxide. Take that as a base color. The same we apply to the claws on the feet. Just like that. And then we take a beige color, in this case Pale Sand from Vallejo Model Color. And with that we will highlight now the brown. Just mix it in. We'll leave a little bit of the brown behind. And painting upwards. More of the pale sand mixed in with the previous color. And now we take almost pure pale sand. I say almost because we simply didn't wash our brush. And voila, the horn is done. And also the little claws on the feet. With the same color we go straight over the teeth one time. Very gently touching. So, and the only thing that's left now is the salt. And for that we will start with my own mixture, the dark steel. It's basically the old bolt gun metal mixed with black. And you can also create your own by simply using the metal color of your choice and mix it with black. So, just 2 or 3 little strokes and we are done. Okay. So silver now, but for a Plaguebearer that's not ugly enough, we will work on. And now we use a brighter metallic color. I use now Ironbreaker. Better shaking. There we go. And I will start highlighting it here and there. So, okay, this needs to dry now, and I'll be back when it is dry. Okie dokie, while the silver is drying, we will quickly sand the base. For that we use simply white glue. Yes, I've put it into a pot for better access. Just apply it to the base with an old brush. No, you don't use your $15 Winsor Newton brush for that. Clean off the brush, very important, don't forget it. I have ruined several brushes in my life, forgetting about the PVA glue. And then simply pull it through sand. Wipe off the excess on the sides with the finger. And then leave it to dry. And I'm back when it is dry. There we go, the base is dry now, and we simply go ahead with a wash like usual. Arcrex Earthshade will simply apply to the base, and it will shade the sand nicely. Just like that. Now that that is also done, we go ahead with the sword. And for that we use now pigments. Vallejo pigment burnt umber, but you can take also every burnt umber pigment you can find. It doesn't have to be from Vallejo. Just taking a little bit on the palette, that should be plenty enough, and then mixing it with water or alcohol, whatever you have. So, and with it you go over the blade. And that will give nice rusty tones around the blade when it is finally dry. Next step will be a different pigment color. In this case, burnt sienna. This is a nice rusty orange. I'll just use it almost dry directly here on the wet blade, here and there, making some nice orangey spots. And creating this way nice different rust tones. And there voila, we have a nice ugly blade. Okay, I think now it's time to paint all the pustules and ugliness around the miniature. And for that we need a nice orange tone. Let's take this one here. Hot orange from Vallejo Game Color. So, and with it we simply paint all the pustles, the uglinesses here around on the miniature. Yeah, I guess we get that already. They're actually less than I've expected to be. Okay, so then we need a nice bright yellow. I will use Flash Kids yellow for that. And then we simply make dots on the yellow, on the orange dots. Like they are filled with disgustingness. Dum. Almost done. Okay, that's it. And I guess there's nothing more to paint. Only the corner of the base and maybe a little bit dry brushing on the sand, and we are done. So then let's quickly do that. For dry brushing the sand, I will start now with a olive green. Very gently going over it. Many of you may ask, why green? Yeah, it is there to complement the miniature itself and increase the greenish look of the Plaguebearer. So, and that green we will highlight now with a little bit of pale sand. So, here and there a few strokes. And that's it. So now we paint the base corner. I will use black for that. so that he is basically done. If you want to protect those miniatures, then I would highly suggest going over it with a varnish. In this case, I would say gloss or satin varnish. And ta-da, he's done. Cleaning out the brush. So, that is the Plaguebearer now in his full ugly glory. I hope you liked this little tutorial, and we see us in the next video. Your Alexandra.